Hi traders, and welcome back with another video from the FX Big Dog. In this video, we're going to touch on the Fed's decision tomorrow. They're looking to cut 25 basis points, but there's been a lot of chatter about the Fed perhaps not changing the rate and keeping it unchanged. Why? Because of the US, or at least the 10-year Treasury. The 10-year Treasury at the moment right now is sitting at a very good level, actually seen a little bit of an increase over the last few weeks, which means that maybe the Feds are on the right track and they don't need to cut rates. Now, I must admit, I have not seen anyone on Wall Street at the moment right now. I've seen no research that would indicate that we're not going to see a cut. So we're probably going to expect a 25 basis point cut tomorrow. Now, the great thing is, we're running a live webinar. Myself and Chris Pulver are going to be running a live webinar that you can get access to. And I'm going to give you the link of that webinar down below so you could register and be involved in the action as it happens. We're also going to touch on US oil. We had the strikes over the weekend, and how did that affect the markets? We spoke about it in the weekly update, and we realized that, well, maybe I realized that maybe this is a fake out, right? Maybe this is not going to happen. Maybe the market's not really going to see US oil rally up to $72 a barrel, and that we may stall at the levels that we did last night and see a bit of a downturn. We did, and we took advantage of that. I'll talk about that in a moment. The other prediction that we had was the Euro-Aussie prediction. We spoke about the Euro-Aussie prediction, and there was a lot of traders that sent me messages saying, Big Dog, how do you take advantage of these trades? You've got the trade direction, right? You've got the bias, the bearish bias. But how do I trade this? I'm going to show you a simple trade system that I use that gets me into the market and trades it automatically without me doing anything, and picking up great trading opportunities. Traders, all of that right after this. All right, traders, well, that is a bunch full of stuff that we're going to cover in this very short video. So stick around all the way to the end because you absolutely want to go ahead and grab everything you can that I'm going to say today. Now, also remember, traders, if you want to get access to these videos very quickly and as I post them, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the video by clicking the link below and the subscribe button. You also want to click the bell button because that gives you access to an alert as soon as I post the video, and you want to get access to this information. We post on a regular basis. In fact, I post most of the week, almost every single day. I post something, so you want to be able to get access to that information. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's happening right now. Let's talk about the Fed's decision tomorrow. So the Feds are looking at the 10-year yield, which is at the moment right now, the 10-year all right. The 10-year Treasury. All right, I got it out there. Sorry, guys. It's been a crazy night. The 10-year Treasury, all right, is actually creating the indication of whether or not the Feds are on the right track. Now, this is the deal. Sorry, I'm having a good time here. The deal is this. The 10-year Treasury is actually, in fact, going to indicate whether the Fed's on the right track. What does that mean? That means if we started to see the 10-year the Treasury starting to yield up a little bit, we could possibly see the Fed starting to stop with the easing on rate cut and actually stand with an unchanged rate decision tomorrow. Now, there's very little. In fact, I've seen about 45% chance that they are going to stay at a no change rate. But there is a 55% chance. And in fact, everything on Wall Street right now is demanding a rate cut. All right, we know Trump is going to tweet out, cut, right? Get out of that. In fact, we are going to look at the market right now and see what the technicals are doing and how that all plays out. So let's go to the charts and take a look. Okay. So I'm going to go to the dollar index at the. Let's go to the dollar index first. I've got the US oil open there, but look at the dollar index, and I'm going to go to the daily time frame. So traders, just to make sure that we understand exactly what I'm anticipating in tomorrow's news. In tomorrow's news, I'm actually looking at the possibilities of the market dropping south. Because why? Because traders, we're in a wedge, and we should see a 5 bounce before the market breaks out of this wedge. And if I go ahead and compress the charts a little bit right here, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about at this point right here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up here. Now we are heading to the 4th move right now before market breaks out, right? So let me go ahead and move this down right here. So this is where we're looking at the market to drop back down to. I'm looking for the market to drop back down to this. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's move that up a little bit. Are you kidding me? Let's try that again. All right, that's not going to work today. All right, so what we're going to do is this. We are going to look for price to drop back down to this 4th wave test right here. Then we're going to see a rally going up. So traders, based on technicals, I'm expecting the market to go ahead and move south tomorrow in the news. I said, let's wait and see what the technicals line up before the news comes out. Everything right now is telling me that we're expecting a weak dollar tomorrow. So weak dollar tomorrow. All right. So which means that the rate is going to be cut. 25 basis points. To me, it's a given. All right. Let's take a look now at US oil. Now, I'm not going into the actual details of each currency pair right now. And the reason why I'm not doing that, traders, is because tomorrow in the live webinar, we're going to go ahead and touch on that. We'll go to each and every one of the US crosses, and we'll talk about that as the markets are evolving at that time in the live environment, right? So let's go ahead and take a look now at US oil. All right, moving on to US oil. We had the news come out on the weekend, or during the weekend, right? We had the oil strikes, and we noticed that we had a big spike here in US oil. Now, I did go ahead and send out a weekly outlook, right? I really haven't sent out a weekly outlook, and I said that this move that we're seeing right here, I don't think it's going to maintain itself. And I also said that price could eventually, and I went ahead and opened up the weekly, and I said that price could go ahead and stall below this level. I said that if we stay below $66 a barrel, we're heading back down south. And I said if it does break $66 a barrel, we said that we're going to go up to about $72 a barrel, and then we're going to see price falling down south. All right? And what happened? So today we had a bit of movement in the market, and we certainly did not see price moving above that level. Right? We did not see price moving above that level. And so because price did not move above that level, we're anticipating that the market's going to head south. And if we go to all the pairs, like for instance, and I'm going to pull up a pair right here on the pound Canadian. We're looking at the pound Canadian, and I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame, because that gives you the movement over the last 48 hours. And you can see right here that price dipped down during the news, right? And then we had this rally going up in the last 24 hours. And that's because, traders, that all that news was, all right, and it's just uncanny how this all plans out. But all that news did for us right there is it just created another retracement move on the market. That's what it did. All right, it just created another news on the market, or at least another wave cycle in the market. And so, if we look at the setup right here, and we look at the market movement right here, and we take a look at, let me go ahead and compress, or at least move on to the daily time frame right here. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame right here, and just clear up this out the way, we can see that we're expecting price to move up a little higher. All right, and it's not a whole bunch though. All right, we're looking for price to move up a little higher right here to hit resistance, and then we may go ahead and see another dip down and then another rally. All right, that's what we're anticipating. So pound Canadian is not done, and I must admit we are seeing some strong pound crosses that are showing strength across the board, and that also could encourage some sort of further bullish rally on the pound Canadian dollar. Now, I'm going to say that for the rest of the week, we could very much see the market starting to rally. In fact, if we continue to see the market rally the way we are, we're going to be in great shape based on trading setups, because all the technical right now are showing that the markets are looking to continue its rally. Now, what are we going to go ahead and do? And I have to go ahead and do this. When the markets go ahead and move to where I'm targeting my fifth wave right here, right? This is the third wave. Then it's going to be a little dip. Then we see the market rallying up to the fifth wave. So I am going to be, if we get a dip in the market, right? And some traders are calling this maybe the fourth wave right here. But if we get the dip in the market, I'm going to continue to do what? I'm going to continue to, and I have to do this. I got to do this, all right? Because we know that this is what traders are thinking, right? Traders are thinking at that level to go do what? Do
buy,
what?
Buy.
Okay, all right. So buy. Now hold on a second here. Hey, listen here. For those that are looking at or listening to this right here and say, "Oh, Gary, that's pretty cheesy, right? That's Jim Cramer." Hey, listen here. I just love those little soundboards that he's got, so I had to throw that in. All right, just to have a little fun. All right, going back to the market right here. So we're checking out the market right here, and we're looking at the setup that we currently have on the chart. And right now, I will continue to look for buying on dips on the pound Canadian. And that goes for pretty much all the Canadian crosses, in fact. If I go ahead and pull up, let's say, Aussie CAD right here, all right? And you take a look at Aussie CAD, and this is the daily time frame, but check this out, right? As we look at the daily time frame, guess what we've got here? We've got consolidation that we broke out of. We've got an indecision candle here. What do you think traders are thinking at this point in time right here? What do you think they're doing? They have to be thinking about what?
Buy.
Absolutely. And everyone is off to what? They're off to the races, all right? Because what they're going to be doing is traders, they're going to be looking to continue to buy at support so that they can go ahead and look for resistance. So what are we going to do in the Aussie CAD? We're looking for the Aussie CAD to go ahead and rally up, retest, go back up again. We've had the retest. We're closing out with bearish candlestick formation right here. I'm expecting rally. Now, if I go to the fundamental announcement chart right here, we'll take a look and see what's going on the charts. And on the charts right here, what are we seeing? We're seeing at the moment right now, we're seeing that the markets are seeing the FOMC coming out tomorrow. This is the rate decision tomorrow. There you can see 25 basis points is the anticipated cut. We'll see what the Fed say during the press conference. Because at the end of the day, traders, what's going to be important is what the Fed say in the press conference. Are they going to talk about further cuts this year? And is it only going to be one cut, or is it going to be an additional cut in the next few months? Now, we all know that the Fed will probably cut towards around the end of the year. That'll be about the last cut, but are they going to be talking about more cuts? And has the market discounted that movement or that price cut in price itself? We'll have to take a look and see. Well, here we go. We've got the Aussie employment change and an unemployment rate that's coming up still on the Wednesday. We'll see that happening. But don't forget, traders, we've got this data coming out this evening, or at least tomorrow morning, right? And we've got CPI yearly data coming out. They're expecting the rate to be a little bit changed, where they're looking at the 2.1%. We should see a down move in the inflation down to 1.8%. All right, and then what happens is, check out all the way over here. We've got the Bank of England. We've got the rate decision, keeping the rates unchanged. If the inflation is at 1.8%, that makes maybe a good decision to keep the rates unchanged. If that inflation rate is different, we may see a different decision down here on Thursday. That's going to be exciting to watch. All right, now listen here. We spoke about US oil. Let's go ahead and talk about the Euro Aussie right here. The Euro Aussie. Now, the Euro Aussie, I'm going to go to the daily time frame, right? Or let's go to the weekly and check out the weekly. Traders, check out the weekly and see what we have right here. We've got indecision right here at the bottom of that trend line. Remember, traders, we took all the money going south. Now we've got indecision right here, which means that we're expecting some sort of pullback. That is right, traders, because remember, we did say the market moves in waves. In the 8-hour time frame, you can clearly see that without a doubt. that the market's in a retrace move, which means the market's going to go up before it goes down again. So we're in this retrace move going up. The bulls are in control. We're now going to look to re-enter and sell again on this particular time frame, but we're only going to go ahead and sell it when it's time to sell. When is it time to sell? Well, going to the 1 hour time frame may not give you the options yet, but let's go back to the daily. Daily says that we're in this retracement. There it is. So I'm expecting the market to go ahead and retrace back up. And I mentioned that the market may go ahead and look to retest this level right here. So we could come into this range, and we're going to go ahead and look to sell again. So we're not done with our sells on the Euro Aussie. We're just in a recovery mode at the moment. Now, traders, I did say that I was going to show you a little bit of a system that I put together that I'm trading when I look for these setups. The most important thing that we need to understand is that we need to identify trend direction. Listen here, you can get your entries wrong, you can get your stops wrong, you can get your limits wrong, but if you don't know the direction, if you get the direction wrong from the beginning, it's over, Johnny, right? You can't even make money if you're in the wrong direction, right? So you have to make sure that you get the right direction. And if you get the right direction, then getting in is the next thing that you're going to go ahead and focus in on, right? Where you get in, where you put your stop, and where you take profit. So if we go ahead and take a look at this particular setup right here, what I've done is I've used a system. Now, let's first go back to when did we talk about getting in and selling on this particular pair, right? We spoke about selling on this pair at around about this level right here. When the market came back up on the 25th of August right here, this is when we started saying, traders, start your engines, right? We say, traders, start your engines, because the market's going to head into a sell-off, and we want to start selling Euro Aussie dollar. Now, there's 1,000 ways that you could probably go ahead and trade that. There's 1,000 ways you can trade that. But this is what I did, all right? I went ahead and executed a system that I deployed on the 25th. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is. Now, I'm showing you this because this is what traders asked me to do. They asked me to go ahead and show you how I got in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and run this right here. I've got everything locked and loaded just the way I want the system to run. And I'm going to go ahead and start and run. I'm going to go to the results here so you can see what the results look like. So this is what I did. I got the system activated. And by the way, traders, this is what you will go ahead and do yourself. You'll go ahead and activate the system in a direction, whether it's buying or selling. That we have to decide on first. In this case now, we said, let's go ahead and sell. I said to you guys, traders, sell. Sell, 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 sell. If I had that thing now right now, I'll be popping the sell, sell, sell. So sell, 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 sell. Why? Because the market's indicating that we'll hit a certain turning point. And based on what I did, was based on wave counts and elliott wave structure. And I said that the market's moved to a second wave retracement, which means that we're anticipating the third wave dip. And that means sell, sell, sell. Now, if you take a look over here and you take a look at the result, you can see here that the market got a signal on a sell. There it is there. I'm going to go ahead and plot it. So I went ahead and plot us into a sell. We've gone ahead and sell. You can see how the system is automatically managing my position right here. And as it manages the position, eventually it goes ahead and the stop loss right here will go ahead and get triggered. And we take our profit. We get out of the trade. Then it goes ahead and sells again. Remember, traders, I'm only looking to sell. It goes ahead and places another sell. I'm selling once again. It places another sell. I'm selling once again. This time, it goes ahead and hits my profit target. The stop loss got out the way and managed to go ahead and close out with profit. All right? Get out of the trade. Then we go ahead and sell again. All right? Sell again. Then it goes and modifies the trade and we get out of the trade. Gets it out of the trade, and this time, I took a little loss in that trade, right? That's okay. We're going to have some losing trades, especially when you go ahead and you tighten up your stop loss. When you tighten up your stop loss could get in the way, and that's okay for it to get in the way. Here we go ahead and get in on another trade, the sixth trade. So over that period, and you can see the period right here, from the 26th of August, which we said start looking to sell, to where we are currently right here, the 9th. Well, it's actually a little further than that. We're a week out. But that was the last trade that took place on the 9th of September. And that's pretty much where you want to go ahead and stop trading, right? You want to go ahead and stop trading at that point, because what happened to the market? The market started bouncing, hit our third wave. Now I'm going to show you exactly where the third wave is. Now keep that date in mind, right? We spoke about the 9th of September, right? And we started selling from the 26th or 25th of August. That's when we started selling. So if you go ahead and take a look at the charts, right? I'm going to go ahead and flip back over here. Check the charts. The 25th of August is when we started selling. That's when we started selling the market short right here, right? Now, let me get this out the way so you can see what's going on here. All right, so there it is. So this is the 26 right here. That's the 26. That's the candle right here that we said, let's start selling at that point. The market dropped back down south. Notice right here, this is where I anticipated the third wave. And look at the date. If I go ahead and pull the date up right here, check it out. I'm looking for the 9th. Let's see what date this is. That date is the 10th. That date is the 9th of September. That was the last trade that took place. Check it out right here. I'm going to show you the candle. This is the candle right there that indicated that that was the last trade that took place. And when the market dipped down right here, we started moving our stop loss, protecting our position, and the market came back up again, and this is where we're at. Now, at this point in time, traders, no trading, at least no selling, right? We're off the table. We don't want to sell. So any sort of system that you're running, go ahead and stop it. Just stop it running right now. All right. Don't activate it. Don't let it run, because right now we're in a fourth wave retracement move, which means we're expecting price to go ahead and move up before we sell off. Now you got to go ahead and keep yourself glued to the screen. I'm just kidding. All right. But definitely go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because you know what? When it's time to go ahead and start selling again, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to tell you, hey guys, it's time to start selling. All right, which means that I may give you a very early entry to start selling, but that's really for those with EAs, with trading systems. And in these systems, they have a trend-based conditions that says that, okay, I'm going to sell here, but I'm only going to sell when the conditions line up, and then I'm going to take advantage of that move going south when those conditions are all in the same, level. So when that happens, we're going to go ahead and start selling. But then you're going to get some swing traders and they say, listen here, or intraday traders, and they say, big dog, I don't want to go ahead and sell right now. And that's fine. I will tell you when it's good to start looking to sell as an intraday trader. So we'll be talking about selling, connecting your EAs, running it short on the euro, Aussie dollar, picking up the pips, going sell. I'll tell you when to start deploying your EAs on that. But then also I'll go ahead and talk about intraday traders and how you can take advantage of that 2,700 pip opportunity that's still out there, ready to be taken. Now we've taken a whole bunch of pips, and let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. We've taken a whole bunch of pips on the move going south from here. And let's go ahead and measure this out. From here all the way down to here, that's already 771 pips. Now, you may not have taken all of that 770. Maybe you took only maybe 400 pips out of that. That's okay, all right? But that was the opportunity that presented itself this time around. Don't, traders, do not miss out on the next opportunity. Listen here. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate everyone. Make sure that you go ahead and register for tomorrow's FOMC meeting minutes and of course the rate decision that's taking place tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Chris and I are going to go ahead and tackle the market, see exactly how the market's reacting to the news. We can talk about all the US pairs and how they react and how they set up technically. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be out there tomorrow at 2:30. We're probably going to be connected a little bit early, so make sure you join about 15 minutes before the time. Actually, in fact, my bad. It's going to be at 1:30. We're going to start at 1:30, and we're going to have about half an hour to be able to talk about the markets, look at the different setups, and then go ahead and discuss what we're going to go ahead and do. So make sure you join us. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Have an awesome time. This is FX Big Dog saying cheers.